Klickenabendler. Wir sind in Essen auf das Spiel 2024. Neben mir ist Korne von Morsel. Hi.
Hi, Smüker.
Und das heißt eindeutig, wo wir sind. Wir sind bei Quali Games und sie haben eine Neuheit, die heißt Caracas. Um was geht's denn in dem Spiel?
The idea of the game, thematically the idea was you make an expedition map, like an expedition like von Humboldt did in 1799. He started in Germany, but he started from an expedition in South America from Caracas. That's why the name of the game is Caracas. And he discovered he was the first to describe, you can say, several of the animals, several of the landscape characteristics. And that's the thematical idea, and I will explain how the game works technically and how the score works.
So from the board game mechanic perspective, it's a tile placement game.
That's true. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. When I explain it, there's the way you get the tiles. That's quite special. I should place it like this. That's a special market mechanic. It looks very easy if you see it now like it is here, but I will explain how it really works. But first I will explain how you score the points. And so at the end of the game all the points are calculated, and there are three types of points. You have the common animals, you see them here. You have the rare animals, you see them, for example, here is one, they are all marked with the yellow sign. Here's one, here's one, and here is one. There are many in the game. You don't have to know them precise at the start. The picture shows a bit how it works. For example, this one just needs 4 tiles around. It does not matter which tiles, and then it scores the 2 points. All the rare animals score 2 points if you reach the goal. And all the common animals score 1 point if it's reached the goal. And the common animals, that are these 5, the jaguar, capybara, brulapfe in Duits, piranha and ibis. The jaguar, all the jaguars which are separated at the end of the game score, so separated from other jaguars, they need a big territory, was the idea, bring 1 point. All the capybara in your biggest biggest group of capybara, bring 1 point each. All the monkeys in your smallest group of monkeys bring 1 point each, which is quite tricky because you can build a group of maybe 6, 7, 8 monkeys, but if you have later one separated monkey, then you spoil all the other points. So you must be careful what to do with monkeys. The best is to make it one big group, because then the smallest group is just all the monkeys you have in one group. But if you play it for the first time, many players go wrong with the monkey, but okay. Then the piranhas, you score all the piranhas in one network, one river network. And then the ibises, they score if you have 3 ibises in one sequence. Diagonaal, orthogonaal, oder senkrecht, oder waagerecht in Deutsch. Okay. And they can all only bring 1 point per animal. So that's a bit special in this game, because you cannot really specialize in this game. It does not bring you anything extra if you specialize on certain animals. That makes that you don't want to spoil any animal score. You want to hold an eye on all your different scores, which gets more complex when you go further in the game. But it's also interesting that you don't spoil some animals and just focus on a few. You try to focus on everything. That's at least the idea of the game. Then you have the special animals. I already showed one here, for example, and they all have a different rule. They are all only once in the game, and I will not explain them. Of course, when they show up in the market, then you just
look at the rules.
Yeah, precise. It's all on one page. The picture already shows it mainly, and to be precise, you can see the rules, of course. And then there's another score, that are the landscape scores, and that's for having the biggest jungle or the most different savanna areas. For example, I have here only one savanna area. It's not the number of tiles, but just one area. You have here in this example two savanna areas, so that's better than this player had 3. So that was the best in this game. And then you score the points for the fewest swamps. So the best is having no swamps at all, because that's the fewest. That happened this weekend. One player had it. It's very rare. We did think that never happens, but it happened once. But if you have it like only one swamp like I have here, that's quite good, of course. You would have 1, 2, 3, 4. This
That's not so good.
Yeah. Then the last thing you count for the points is your river network, and to compare that between the players, you look how many Abzweigungen in German.
Okay.
How many joints, or how many mergers in English, or splits. It depends on if it is merging the rivers or if it splits. But normally rivers merge, and not so often they split. But then you look at your biggest river basin. What's the German name for river basin?
Fluss.
Yeah. Okay. And you can compare that between the players by all the points where there are branches. Okay, that's all the score at the end. So there's a score sheet to calculate the points. And how do you get the tiles? You get, when it's your turn, suppose it's my turn now. This was already the end of a 3-player game, by the way. But let's say there's an extra
One more turn, yeah.
And let's say I have this here. Then I place this tile. I take it from here, and I place it somewhere in my map, a landscape map. And I place it always. I cannot place it aside. I always place it in one of the 4 columns. I can. There can be lukker. There can be empty spots like there, but this would be not so fine, because it's a mine. I did not tell that yet. All the rivers which are connected to a tile without a river at that side are 1 minus point. This is okay. This is all okay. But if there's another tile adjacent without a river, then it's 1 minus point. But let's say I place it here because there's no river here, so that brings no minus points. Then I would, by the way, it does not bring any point for the jaguar, because it's connected to another jaguar, and the jaguars only score if they are separated. It would be very good for the ibises, because this would make a sequence of 3 ibises. And for the capybara it does not help, because here is already a bigger group. But if I place it here, then I place it in this column, and that means you see these symbols, you see them here too, and you see them bigger like this. So if I place it in this column, I will take this tile and I place it to my reservoir here. So now I know that next turn I will place this tile. So other players have their turn. The market gets always refilled. Other players have their turn, and then it's my turn again. So I can already think about where I want to place this tile. That makes it a bit different to other games, because you are not so much waiting for the other players, because you already know which tile you will place. You only do not know precise what you will get. I can already think I want to place it here maybe, then I would get this tile, but I'm not completely certain that I would get this tile, because the other players may take it by their turn. But many games are taking and placing, and in this game it's placing and taking. And where you place it determines what you take. So it's one choice in two choices in one, in fact. And that makes that it goes quick, because you already know what you will place next turn. And it makes that it's not a hate-draft game like it's called, because you are not so much looking, or in fact not at all looking what you take away from others, because the place where you place it for yourself is too important to try to take away things for other players. So it looks, if you see it, looks like a very simple drafting market game, but it's the upside. It's turned from taking and placing to placing and taking.
All right. Well, that's the game Caracas,
Yes.
how it works and how you score points. And it's available at Quali Games. It's a new game for Essen 2024.
It is.
So thanks for the explanation.
Thank you.